Hey everyone, well, technically the white man only killed this number of indigenous people and the rest were killed by disease, but don't look into where those diseases came from. Day. That was the wrong one.
This episode is brought to you by our patron supporters. Today's patron of the day is Whisper. Patrons get the show always ad-free and access to the extended episode with bonus content. So if you don't want to miss all of that, go to patreon.com/calltheline. That's patreon.com/calltheline.
Today we're going to be playing Guess What I Got You for Christmas. It's going to be 3 clues and then she puts down an official guess. I haven't actually ordered it yet. I'm going to be conspiring with her mom. She puts down an official guess. We're not going to say what it is. But then when Christmas time comes around for a bonus show, she will be unboxing and presenting it. How's that?
Okay.
You good with all that?
I love it. I have to give you my mom's number.
Yeah. Well, I can also just send it. You just tell your mom, hey, here's a package from Jimmy. He'd like you to wrap. There's true. 2 things in it. Yeah. I don't have to talk to you. I'm fine with it, but also I'm fine with not at all meeting a new person. I am fine. I understand. Yeah. Welcome everybody to The Line Has a Podcast. It is November 27th, a Thursday. It is Thanksgiving. And yes. I enjoy going on threads and seeing all the people virtue signaling on both sides. This is very much a both sides things where it's like, guys, listen, it's okay if you just go like, yeah, it's a day I get together with my family and we say what we're thankful for. That's fine. That's fine. But it's also fine to remember what actually happened today. And certainly don't be celebrating that actually happened today. Those people are wrong too. But for the most part, in this capitalist hellscape we live in as we descend into fascism, if people want to get together and be like, just don't be jerks to people who are literally a couple years ago, I was going to it was right after Roe v. Wade got overturned. And I was getting lectured by somebody who legitimately does nothing activism wise, like nothing, doesn't do anything. But I was getting lectured that it's really shitty that I'm going to go and enjoy the fireworks with my nieces because they're kids. Right. And so these are like, because everybody's supposed to be wearing black and not participating in the festivities because of what happened. What year was this? What was the year of that Roe v. Wade fell? Oh, I think that was 3 years ago. Yeah. What year is it? Yeah, maybe like 2022. 21 or 22, yeah. Well, I just remember being like, shut the actual fuck up. I don't even it's like, I'm not going somewhere and giving them tickets we're going to the end of my family's cul-de-sac, which happens to be right by this park that shoots off fireworks. And we're going to go sit at the end of their cul-de-sac and watch the fireworks. Like, yeah. You don't think that's fucked up? You don't think that's... I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, guys. We have to be able to, it's the overcorrecting thing that, makes liberal folks look a little ridiculous sometimes. Like, there are some, obviously, if you're... look pretty ridiculous all the time. I'm going to be honest. I know, okay, but you know what I mean? Like, people who are liberal in their whatever. But yeah. It's the overcorrecting sometimes it takes away from the actual point of it. Yes, the actual meaning of Thanksgiving is horrid, and the fact that we celebrate, the history of it is so horrible. The meaning's kind of nice. Be thankful. Great. Yeah. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to spend time with my family, and also audit what you're thankful for. It probably helps a person feel better about their lot in life. Well, yeah, there are decades of research behind having gratitude, practices that can help your mental health significantly. So I am so happy that there is a space for people to do that. Does that mean that we should be making pilgrim buckles and whatever and celebrating it that? Yeah, right. No. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not saying celebrate Columbus Day. People, yeah, exactly. I'm saying right now it's the people who will call out somebody who's Really, you're going to Thanksgiving? And look, obviously these are caricatures that exist. These are people on the internet who caricaturize their own movement and stuff. Most people listening are going to be like, oh my God, are we really doing like this stop being so woke kind of lecture on today? I'm just trying to enjoy Thanksgiving. But anyway, getting on Threads, it's just very, very silly to see both where you're like, guys, just let families go and do their family shit. A lot of us don't do shit with families, and we don't love that, but it is what it is. You know, these are the lots we have in life. These are our lives, and you're already fucking miserable, and you're making yourself more miserable by living online. That's like the main thing is get the fuck offline.
Like
and just antagonize MAGA.
Go like we can't be at each other's throats, and just allow, like, our environment right now is so fucking depressing all the time. Let people have things. Let people have things. If that means that they're going to be with each other on Thanksgiving and like eating a turkey because that's what makes them feel good, and it has nothing to fucking do with the history of the day. It's the tradition of the day. Let them fucking have it. Like, we have so few joys.
That's what it is
right now.
It's the like, I actually don't really, to tell you the truth, I don't care if you're going and you're attacking a MAGA with it. But or about anything. What I find really annoying is the like micromanaging people on your own side where you don't know their fucking story. Maybe they fucking hate that they're going to their Thanksgiving dinner, but it's something that they do to try and keep their family together. And the like resentment of like, well, then you should just let your family. Great. That's really great that you've been able to figure that out. Or maybe it's terrible that you had to figure that out, but auditing everybody else's life and making sure that their misery matches your own is so fucking annoying. And it's literally like, go fight an actual MAGA instead of this micromanaging of your own people. Because you feel like, well, but these people I can actually get to respond and make them upset. And that makes me feel like I actually have some power. I get it. In a world where you feel like you have no power, this is the only thing that feels like you're doing something. But the thing is it's only the illusion of doing something, and it tends to disenfranchise the people with whom you are actually trying to march with, not against. Anyway, so go and write something like, I'm thankful I'm not in the MAGA cult. That's what I did. Okay. Go fight. It's whenever they get myopic about like, what did so-and-so say about so-and-so? And are they friends with who be who? And I'm literally just like, go fight a fucking Republican, you absolute assholes.
Yeah.
Go fight a Republican.
Just, yeah. Although I will say, I don't know did I tell you where I am right now?
No, but hang on. Let me see if I can figure it out by context. Move your shoulder over. Just move around a little bit. Okay. I don't see any surnames in the background, so you're not at Kevin's place. Mm-mm. So I'm going to say you're on Long Island because there's wine. And everybody on Long Island's a drunk.
Right.
So I'm going to go with you're at Kevin's mom's place.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I am in Maui right now. I'm in Hawaii.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
That
is a Long Island.
It is. You're right.
The island's long.
And Kevin is upstairs.
Okay.
But he's doing a show here on Saturday. Okay. So we got here before the holiday.
Is this an Airbnb? Like what is this place?
He does like home exchange. So like, like he'll, like some people will stay in his apartment in LA and he'll get to stay.
Can you give us a tour of just what's in frame?
Okay. Well, I mean, there's pumpkins because the person whose home this is has a kid. Yeah. I don't know, the kitchen. They have a papaya tree in the backyard. Okay. And so they left us some papaya and I can't wait. I love papaya. And this one is ripe. So I'm going to cut that later. And then another, I don't know what this is, but she said this fruit is best when it's wrinkly.
Okay.
So she said it looks weird, but it smells good.
That's actually true. If a testicle is smooth, then something's gone
then there's
wrong.
A problem.
Like fluid is filling up the area.
This smells really good. It smells like
Teen Spirit.
It's so familiar. Yeah.
Did you know that Teen Spirit is the name? So allegedly, the story goes that Kurt Cobain was with his girlfriend or a girl, I don't remember, but she at some point was like, you smell like Teen Spirit. And he thought she was saying like, you smell like rebellion and stuff. And so he writes the song,
right?
Smells like Teen Spirit, to later find out Teen Spirit is the name of a deodorant. So he wrote one of
Shut
the most
up.
iconic Nirvana songs. Now, I don't know if this is an urban legend. Let me find out. Did Kurt Cobain, let's find out here. By the way, I got to get my own Perplexity account because I swear one day you guys are going to go through the history and be like, Jimmy asks a lot of weird shit.
If it helps, I have my own Perplexity account because I got it for free from something else. It was like...
So you're not on the podcast one?
So I'm not on the podcast one. So you can ask whatever weird, funky shit you want to, and I won't see it.
But other people are, including my girlfriend. Did Kurt Cobain really write Teen Spirit about a deodorant? Yeah, that's the I wrote deodorant. Do not set out to. It was graffiti written on his wall by Kathleen Hanna, joking that he smelled like Teen Spirit, a deodorant. Cobain took the phrase as kind of a revolutionary slogan about teen rebellion and used it as a song title, not realizing that Teen Spirit was a brand name.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't.
Very
intentionally. Anyway, what else is in there? Let's just like look at these people's place. Can we see what's in their fridge? Is that a fridge behind you?
But yeah, so this is a very they're very like crunchy. So
they're a very crunchy family.
Yes.
Clean your towels, people. Your towels should not be crunchy.
So for instance,
we're getting the whole
my charger. Okay. So for instance, it's like
just so you know, it's like half angled. Put it on the counter. Angled? Zoom us out. Give us the zoom. Yeah. Okay.
This is organic soy unsweetened milk. And it's like free from dairy, nuts, lactose, vegan, no added sugar. Which
sounds terrible.
Slay. That's the kind of stuff that I drink.
I actually kind of like soy milk.
Sauerkraut. I mean,
what's the big purple bag?
This?
Yeah. Are you welcome to eat everything in there? It looks stocked with produce.
Well, we did. Some of this is our stuff. She said anything that is perishable, we're welcome to eat.
So what's yours?
Obviously. So we got this turkey for Kevin tomorrow, orange juice, coffee creamer.
Kevin tomorrow?
Oh, no, today. Sorry, today.
Yeah.
A little half pumpkin pie. He's never had pumpkin pie before. Isn't that weird?
Ever?
Coke. Never. He drinks Coke like more than any person I've ever met in my life to a rate that is like really frightening, and like he should not. Like that's like one of the.
How many in a day?
It varies, but like he could drink like 5 in a day, which
that's a lot. That's actually way too much. How old is Kevin? Are you allowed to share?
He's 30.
Wow.
30 years old. And we have this conversation all the time. This is like, and my brother-in-law is a nurse, and he's like, the second that we got engaged, he was like, okay, so now we need to lock in. We need to lock in, and we need to figure out this Coke situation.
You guys are starting a family.
Well, and because I want him to, like live to see the day.
That's what I'm saying. Like your family wants whatever form that family takes. It needs to have longevity.
What is that?
Is it weird that I feel like I'm having the same response to when I hear
they might be Australian, maybe.
He has like a 6-pack a day. Ugh. Marmite is also British.
I thought it was oh no, Marmite is British. What's the other one? What's the Australian one?
Vegemite.
I like Marmite.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. I like it on toast.
Gross.
Okay.
Disgusting. Anyway. You're going to have a Marmite and cheese sandwich is a popular like kids lunch.
Yeah.
On white bread.
But yeah, I don't know. It's we just got here like late last night. Ooh. And there's a papaya tree outside I haven't seen yet. Mm-hmm. They're very all natural. Like all of the soap in here is like Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, and there's no air freshener. Like in her directions, she said no air fresheners, no scented candles, like that kind of stuff.
Oh, so, I'd be given the same instructions though. In fact, when y'all inevitably come and stay here, that is kind of part of the instructions. Don't do that shit. Don't scent up our place, okay?
I would never bring air freshener into someone else's home.
Sure.
But like perfume and stuff, like I put perfume on myself, but I'm not going to in this house.
If you come here and you stay at my girlfriend's apartment, put your perfume on the balcony.
Well, and I also even like last night when I took a shower and I had, this is like, we've been doing this podcast for 15 minutes and have spoken about ourselves. But I was putting
and Thanksgiving.
And Thanksgiving.
We're doing an episode on Thanksgiving. Okay, people,
yeah,
you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank yous in the chat, please.
I took a shower and normally I would put body lotion on, but my body lotion is scented and we're staying in her bed. And I was like, I can't risk the smell of this like irritating her. So I just didn't.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. No, whatever. I can't do the perfumies and the smellies and the things.
I love smelly things, and I know that it's not good for you. But candles specifically, I need to get like all natural candles because
when you stay at the apartment too, there's going to be like, you're going to be like, oh, well, at least they have candles. Don't light them.
Don't light them?
Yeah. We have candles. We've tried to see if I can tolerate them. And so far we are 0 for like 9.
What does it bother? Like, what do you feel?
It's more of a migraine trigger than anything else, and nausea and stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then also just underlying autistic sensory. I hate those kinds of things. Well, I guess last thing on Thanksgiving, and then we'll do a little bit of news after an ad break. And we were talking about Indigenous people. And I was telling you a little bit about this before we started. And I was like, oh, I should just mention this. There is a very common white people myth. There's a common thing that a lot of white people believe. And it's very funny. And it's funny because they actually, there's a lot of white people who try to attack Elizabeth Warren for something like this that happened. And yet a high percentage of them will be living under the same delusion. Mm-hmm. It is very, very, very common for white people to have within their family storytelling myths that they are either part Black or part Native American. You hear it all the time. Oh yeah, I had like a great and my family had like stories about a Black guy who got lynched, and the reason why my grandmother has no natural body hair. She had none. She had like no body hair. She had head hair, but she had like no armpit, or like very little, very wispy. And the fact that like I don't really, as I've gotten older, it's changed, but I only have to put deodorant in one armpit. The other armpit just does not generate body odor. And it used to be neither of them did. Yeah, I know. And it used to be neither of them did. They used to always say, oh, that's your Native American genes because we're Indigenous. Anyway.
That's so bizarre.
I did 23andMe.
And?
0. There are 0 Native Americans, 0 Black people in my family tree until obviously like 23andMe doesn't go that far back, but everybody's African eventually. Everyone's eventually Black, but I'm talking there are no, as far back as they go, I'm not even joking. They're like, the only thing you have is a little bit of Jew in you, and it's the white Jew. You are a touch white Jew. Right. Okay. You've got a little Ashkenazi, so little that the Nazis would still accept you. They'd be like, he's an Ashkenazi. That's the kind of
Jesus.
I can say it. My blood, my DNA. Anyway, it would not undermine the Aryan DNA. I have less Jew in me than Hitler did. Okay, people, that's how Aryan I could still pass. It's not important to me. However, it's important to me that white people know the level to which I am to them a race traitor, the racists. I want the racists to know how much I'm traitoring the whites. Anyway, this is actually very and a lot of people just don't test for it. So I guarantee you all these people who are like, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, they're also like, but my great-great-great-grandfather, whose name was Great Horse Spirit with a Nunchuck, those people, it's literally like, guys, everybody falls for this. And by the way, she had a little bit. It was just very little. She was like 1/32. I don't remember how much. Let's find out. How Native American did Elizabeth Warren turn out to be? Man, I'm misspelling everything today. I just want to see. Very small amount, somewhere in the range between 1/32 to as little as around 1 in 512. In practical terms, that means a single Native American ancestor roughly 6 to 10 generations back, not a level that tribes or most observers would treat as making her meaningfully Native American or identifiers. And so it was one of those things where I remember when it happened, and I was like, whoa, that is cringy. That is cringy. Like, and disrespectful to my heritage, because I actually am, okay?
Yeah.
And then I do the 23andMe, and I'm like, oh, shit. And then you go, I just did a lot of Reddit sleuthing, I guess, but it is a very common thing for white people to just accept. And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense, because white people love to have, they will gladly pick up anybody else's victim shield the moment permission is granted.
Right.
So they're like, oh, in that case, since I'm a little bit black and nobody can tell, does that mean I have the right to say the word? Anyway, I just find it very interesting. So let's play this game. What myths about your heritage are in your family? And then we'll 23andMe and you and find out. Let's go.
You know, I would actually, I don't even know that there are very many, because my family's just like Italian and Croatian. Like, personally, that's all. That's all I got.
If I lived nearby, I would so enjoy like getting a proper setup, cameras and stuff, and you go and you interview like your parents and your grandparents. And so you're like, if you had to guess, what percentages are we? Tell me about our family, who's in it, and get them to like put down like we're like 100% Italian, or we are 50% this, and
yeah.
Like, what would I be? What would you guess? And then we 23andMe you, and you reveal the actual things where it's like, so it turns out we're 18% Italian, and we are 82% Irish.
That would be shocking to me.
Right. Especially because then we're related.
I'm like, I would have to be worried about what my lineage would be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're like, am I about to re-merge our family tree?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. Your hubby's got that Irish name.
Sure does. All does.
Right. When we get back from the break, Alyssa has already written her vows, and she's going to preview it for just us.
Wow.
Those of us here at the podcast are all going to get to hear it. And then I guess we'll talk about the news and stuff. Yeah. And my hot take on the DC shooter thing.
Oh, you have a hot take on this?
I'd say I have a hot take. I'd say I'm coming in hot.
Okay.
I think it's probably lukewarm for most of the people who follow us, but I'd say I'm coming in hot on it because of the way it's trying to be used.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but I don't know if we have official confirmation of this yet, but it's looking pretty confirmed. I know it's being reported by the outlets, but it does look like the guy who did the shooting was Muslim and from an Arab country. And so, it's probably, you can probably guess the way the Republicans are using that. We're going to be right back. That's what we're going to do. We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by the amazing people on patreon.com/calltheline, where you can get the show ad-free and you get the extended episodes where we do bonus shows, which is most of the time. Head over to patreon.com/calltheline and sign up today. Would you like to be one of the cool people who can
Sorry, everybody. We recorded the whole vows thing. It got very, very emotional. And then it turns out it didn't, the audio wasn't working. So we've had to skip that. We're both wiping our tears away because it was just probably the most beautiful vows I've ever heard. I don't know that she's going to be able to top it the day of. But let's go ahead and talk about the absolute nonsense way that people react to tragedies in this country. And we'll call this, I mean, it's not a good thing. This already sounds bad, but yesterday, and by the way, we are recording this on Thanksgiving. This isn't us keeping track of things, despite the fact that Alyssa didn't remember that pumpkin pie and turkey are served on Thanksgiving a moment ago. But anyway,
I forgot what day it was.
Yeah. It's probably early there right now, right? Too. You're in Hawaii. It's probably like
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yeah. Y'all can do the math, figure out what time it is where I am. Central time zone, people. Figure it out. Anyway, obviously not a good thing. Tragedy of some type. Two National Guardsmen put there by Donald Trump in Washington, D.C., where the Guard is basically supplementing the police force and making us look like a war war-torn country when we aren't one. 2 of them were shot. They're both in critical condition. Neither have died, despite the fact that I think Donald Trump reported that they died early on, which was crazy. So let's just not, I don't know if, I don't want to sound controversial here, but maybe don't just trust things Donald Trump says. I don't know.
Right.
Is that controversial? Is it? Maybe. Anyway, it's looking like there were probably some terroristic motivations, but this individual who did have his asylum claim renewed and was able to stay back in April of this year. I don't know if y'all know who was president, but that was your old Donnie boy. Now people are basically trying to use this as we have to shut down immigration completely. And what they mean is brown immigration. But just so you know, the group of people this person came from, absolutely 100% you would not have shut this one down. This guy would have gotten in. His radicalization, I think we're going to find out, happened later after getting to the U.S. Sure, you could say that there might have been roots. But this is literally a guy who is here because he fought for us and translated for us in Afghanistan. So when we pulled out of Afghanistan, we had to bring him with us, essentially. Yeah. It was a thing that the soldiers were super pissed off that they were going slow on, because all of these people and their families were in danger because they were there working for us, fighting, quote unquote, the enemy over there. They were very much working for us. And so it was literally like a level of they put their lives on the line to defend America. And so thousands of them were allowed to come and get an asylum claim and have that stuff renewed. And it's funny because even Donald Trump is out saying, we are now reviewing the asylum claims that Sleepy Joe, they were very lazy and they just did not do it. There is no version of anything that is like just an American where this man wouldn't have made it in, unless you could have found that he was already beginning to radicalize, which why didn't they find that back in April under the Trump administration? Some people are like, well, he was only in for 3 months. He renewed his presidency, right? He was already president for 4 years. He already had a lot of people and apparatus and shit. It's just like, they did that with 9/11 too, where they're like, well, what was George W. Bush supposed to be? I mean, he was only in office for 8 months. And it's literally like, at what? So when the president changes hands, how many months before we're supposed to feel safe again?
Right.
Like when is it appropriate to go like, bro, I don't know. I think you should have caught this one. And then they'll say the thing about, well, the judge was a Biden appointed judge. Well, let's go back and look at the judges who let a lot of people with these exact same histories in. They're going to be Trump judges and Biden judges and Bush judges and everything. And at the end of the day, the judge was still following the Trump administration guidelines. It wasn't like they were like, oh, we see here that you've got a manifesto about killing a bunch of people, but Trump is making us put you in. So I'm just like going to, or it was following the guidelines as they are. But again,
also, sorry, go ahead.
Last thing I was going to say is this is not one of those ones where like, this is one of the ones that there is a cost to the wars that we are fighting. And one of the things will be that we have to fucking like take care of the people who take care of us. The wars that we're unjustly fighting in many cases. You can't just abandon them there to die. And so if you supported those wars, as we know most of the conservatives did, you must. This is a guy who would have gotten in. This is part of the cost of all of those wars you guys are supporting. And there would have been no actual American way to turn down bringing this man and all the many thousands of others into the U.S., considering what they did for us.
I think it also just, at no point did any person say that our immigration system doesn't need to be reformed. Like, it needs to be fixed. So again, it's like, that is like, it's always missing from the conversation, that at no point did any person on the left or the right say that our immigration is perfect and fine and everything is great and we don't need to do a thing. Like, that's been the whole, it's just they've overshot it now into this like whole, fascist Nazi-esque situation. But
look at what they're willing to propose now. Look at what they're willing to support now. This giant sweeping action when one individual at a rate much less than the general American, quote unquote, legal or citizen population commits a crime that is very violent, very unpleasant, the size of the action they are willing to take in response. But, Sandy Hook, Uvalde, right? These places where children are being massacred. Let's not do anything,
Let's leave it.
As my boy Charlie said, unfortunately, the cost of the Second Amendment is going to be some amount of dead kids. And that's worth it.
Horrible.
Like, the amount of sweeping action they will do for one brown person, non-fataling shooting, two, by the way, this does not mean that they deserve to die, but non-civilian targets. These are military people, right? And while, here's that hot take, controversial to say, that's, if there's going to be somebody who's going to do a terroristic action, I would way rather it be at the armed military who can fight back and is like, you could at least relate them to whatever terroristic bullshit these people are trying to do. I'll just say it controversially. I'll just say it, I'm trying to skirt how to say it responsibly. Better that than fucking a classroom full of 8-year-olds. Is that controversial? Yeah. Attacking full-grown adult military people is better than attacking a classroom full of children.
Well, I mean, and also at no point do I want anyone to be attacked by anything.
Right.
I don't think no part of any person dying at the hands of a gun, especially, I mean, really in any way, but at the hands of a gun, is okay by me, whether it's a grown person or a child. But for them to have outrage yet again over a grown person, more so than a child, it's because because of the political implication and how they can use that as a tool is disgusting. And then then it's thoughts and prayers for children, but okay.
Yep. Thoughts and prayers. Hey, look, you got my thoughts. Prayers are useless, but you got my thoughts. I don't like that these guys got shot. Their families, Thanksgivings, all that kind of stuff, of course, gets ruined. Lots of people. This is another one of those things where it's like, by the way, people die every fucking day by violence, and we do nothing to try and curb that. We're doing nothing to try and stop that. But when it's very politically interesting, when it's a brown person so close to the White House, big, huge, sweeping action. We're going to be spending millions of American tax dollars to try and prevent this thing that realistically wasn't preventable because of the ease of access to guns and the fact that it was the morally right thing to do to let this man and his family in the country, because it was the morally right thing to do. Are you going to now send back again, thousands of interpreters and fighters and people who were on our side because this one dude shot at, so far it hasn't killed, but that's not an important distinction, shot 2 National Guard people in Washington in D.C., immediately subdued, went after members of the military. We'll find out what more of his motivation was. Are we going to do so much and spend millions and millions of dollars when we don't do that when a white person takes out a fucking classroom full of kids?
I mean, let's see what the evidence would suggest.
Right.
I'm tired of it feels, I'm tired of having this discourse over and over again because it's just so hypocritical every single fucking time. And
every time.
Did you see the there's a documentary that came out and it's called Thoughts and Prayers, and it's about children preparing, kids who go to school with packs in their bag of stuff so that in the event that there is a shooting, they know what to do. They have some defense, I guess, in their little backpacks. These are children, and it's about school shootings in the United States. Why is that the reality that we have? And then that being the reality that we have, and then having Republicans be like, well, there's nothing we can do. I wish there was a solution. Are you fucking kidding me? And then this happens and it's and now it's about, why is it always about immigration? It's always about immigration, and it's never about how we have people just getting shot at every day here.
It's funny how
every fucking day.
making people license and prove that they can use guns and own them safely and all that sort of shit. It's hilarious in the saddest way possible that most Republicans would propose choosing certain children and giving them access to training and firearms in classrooms before actually like common sense gun control. Not banning guns, just common sense gun control. Like you have broken the law if your guns are not safely stored, for example, right? You have broken the law if you don't carry insurance. The same way if you're going to have a vehicle and because a vehicle may kill a person, even though that's not what it's designed for, you have to have insurance. It may hurt a person. It may hurt their property even. You have to like carry insurance because of the potential damage to another person's not just life, but property. But a gun, which is designed to maim or murder or kill, like that's
has
what
one
it's
purpose.
Designed for.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all good. You don't gotta carry shit. Like
it's so transparent. They should be fucking embarrassed.
It's all so fucking embarrassing. All so embarrassing. Anyway, so the country's great and we're not going to, everything's just going really good and we're just in Hawaii having a nice time.
Yeah, I was like, we were in the car yesterday and we were saying that like, we can't be in Hawaii and then like publicly celebrate Thanksgiving here. We were like, we can't do that. That feels like it feels especially bad here.
Right.
So
hey guys, so listen, we have this colonizer holiday that we thought we would bring to Hawaii with
Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, when you guys went and bought that turkey, somebody clocked you and was like, these assholes.
Well, you know, and it's like we're gonna make our little things for the sake of like the tradition for us, but it's gonna literally just be me and him, and we're just gonna like make a little dinner. But when we went to the grocery store, obviously it's like all Thanksgiving stuff. There are like Thanksgiving decorations on people's lawns, and it's like so weird to me.
Yeah, it is weird. If I lived right next to a reservation, I'd just leave my Halloween decorations up through Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be like, I went from Halloween straight to Christmas. No, nothing in between.
No stops.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I read the room. Okay. And I'm looking a little colonizer-esque. Okay.
Yeah.
And
not so great.
Have you gotten to hear yet? Have you gotten to see on Threads yet somebody trying to explain, well, technically X percentage of the indigenous people died by disease, not by... Okay, please don't look into where
disease that we brought to them, by the way.
Yeah.
Disease that came from where, do you think?
It's literally like you realize you're just doing like the reverse of War of the Worlds, where it's like instead of the aliens dying, the aliens kill everybody. They didn't even mean to. They were like, yeah, we came to destroy everybody. But then you guys caught like our alien cold and just all died. So we're the good guys now.
Exactly.
Like, we came with our lasers and we were like killing a bunch of you guys. But most of you just caught alien syphilis because you kept doing shit with our little tentacles. Okay, guys? And we were like, boo, all right. We didn't know what you were doing. That's not how it works on our planet. Okay? And so we didn't do it. It was not us. I also love too when they're like, and by the way, do you know like how savage they were? All of this murder. And it's literally like, are you sitting here saying your genocide was justified because they were violent? It's like, also, first of all,
them being violent and savage, which those words are
so racist.
Racist, so bad. To protect the land that you just decided was yours because you got here. Yeah. If someone came to... Okay, and so in the United States, when a person...
That's not quite what they're saying. They're saying like they used to be at war with you. They'll basically take every... So because Mayans used to do human sacrifice, the Native Americans are savage, is that sort of thing. So it's like the entire history of any war or conflict. Because, white people didn't do that kind of shit back on there. And India loved what the white people did to their lands. They loved it.
They loved it.
Yeah, it's all this excuse of like, there used to be tribal warfare. So these people, there used to be cannibalism over here. So therefore, the people that we were like coming and trading with and having economic like relationships with, who taught us to like manage the land and shit. Well, their history prior to that. It's like, bro.
But it's also like, even if, and I don't believe this to be true whatsoever, but even if there were people who had like cannibalism or whatever, and that was like part of their culture and something that they did, why the fuck would a white European person come into that environment and be like, you have to do it my way? It's just not, whether we think it's right or wrong, it was not our place to intervene regardless at all.
You guys are unjustly killing less than 1% of your population, which justifies us killing 95% of it.
Right. Fuck off.
Clap, 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 clap. Wow. Wow, you guys, you just have it. So anyway, that's the wrong one again. We're gonna go to the thing. This one is the one. Basically, the moral of the story is that Jimmy is a Native American Black Jew. Because that's what my family told us. Actually, the funny thing is I grew up with a lot of Jewish people, right? Like being a Long Island, New Yorker, you're going to have some unofficial, like call them aunt and uncle. And because we racistly think that means ethnicistly, I don't know. We have this bigoted opinion that means you might have access to money one day if you make it into the will, because you're going to be growing up with the idea that Jews also have more money than you. The good old New Yorker way. Anyway, that's what I learned growing up. They never brought that up. They just tried to have me unofficially. Like I had those people you called aunt and uncle who were Jews, and then it turns out that was the one that wasn't a lie. That was the one that would have been true. To find out we have a drop. I got a drop of Jewish in me, but not the other bogus stories. And on that note, we're gonna be right back.
Would you like to be one of the cool people who can prove they were supporting this podcast right from the beginning? Well, you can. Head over to linemerch.com. That's linemerch.com and pick up some Founders merch for The Line Has a Podcast that will only be available for a short time and features the rough draft drawn logo that soon will be updated to look less like it was drawn by a 3-year-old. That's linemerch.com.
Welcome back. And here's the thing. There's not that much news to go over, though I'm sure somebody has some pet news thing. And in the comments, they're going to be like, wow, you guys completely are just skipping over the fact that climate scientists this week said that if we buy, whatever. But there is something kind of revealing about that when you go and you look across the news, how whenever the news people are on break, unless something huge happens.
Yeah.
There's basically nothing happening. And it's like, what does that say about the fact that are people really waiting to do the newsworthy stuff for Anderson Cooper to be live? Or is the news a billionaire thing?
Well, I think it's probably a little bit of both because yeah, like, right. But I wonder what we're missing right now. That is like, so when
I go the opposite. I wonder what we overemphasize because it's a news day and there needs to be money and they need to get their ad shit. I wonder how much stuff we're like, oh my God, this thing is happening. The world's on fire, that we really just like, we're taking small things and making them huge, when in reality, we actually do need just a comprehensive idea of sort of everything that's going on and stop giving so much. Just think about how much air in the last 10 years. Is Donald Trump really the most things that happened in the news, that happened in the world, that happened in life? And yet, is that not what we've mostly talked about for the last 10 years?
Yeah, I know. But I think that some of it is like when Warner Brothers was put on sale and then what's his name bought it. And then now we have a situation where CNN is going to likely be compromised. Like it's that kind of stuff where I'm like, that maybe would not have been news that we would have heard had it happened over Thanksgiving. But that's important. Like that is important because now when we look at what our media is going to look like after that. It's going to be, it will likely change. It's stuff like that where I'm like, it's not like crucial that we know every single thing all the time. And I think that obviously news makes a lot of money. And so they just like inflate everything. But then there's things like that where I'm like, see, that is like, we should know that.
I just feel like we definitely miss a lot too. I'm not necessarily saying we have to. It's
Totally.
more like we're spending so much time on way more time than individual things deserve. And so it's like, I think we should know lots more things, but we don't give it the same amount. Like, what dumb thing happened this week? Donald Trump, look, and it's wrong of him to do it. And this isn't me trying to say it wasn't wrong of him to do it, but Donald Trump calling that reporter piggy was like my whole day for a while. And it's kind of like, bruh, I didn't even read. New York Times posted an article about the complexity of seal milk, and I've yet to read it.
Seal milk? Like milk from seals?
Apparently seals have like the best milk. And that's maybe what we should be drinking.
I don't think that I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. That doesn't sound very good to me, if I'm being honest. A seal? Where?
It feels to me
I haven't even
like,
thought about if they have like what the other situation.
Mammals.
Yeah, but I've never, like, I feel like I've never even, that's never even come to my brain.
I think it's probably going to be similar to like a dog's, I would guess, since they're kind of dog-ish, right?
Yeah, right.
Look, seals have the best milk. Let me see if I can find the, okay. Wait, what the fudge? Why, did I cancel my, oh, you know what? It's because I have it on, I have Apple News. I think it comes with that. Hang on. Let me see if I can find the seal milk thing. I have Apple News Plus because it gets you so much. You get so many things for Apple. Like, I don't know how this is like really being slept on. You get so much shit. Seal milk is more refined than breast milk, research reveals. Researchers at the University of Gothenburg have discovered that milk from gray seals in the Atlantic Ocean may be more potent than breast milk. An analysis of seal milk found approximately 33% more sugar molecules than in breast milk. Many of these sugars are unique and may pave the way for even better infant formula. So they're basically using seal milk to develop better infant formula for humans. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
During the 17 days that gray seals pups suckle, they need to get their digestive systems up and running and build up an immune system to protect them against diseases. It's reasonable to suspect that their mother's milk is extremely refined to accomplish this task. So because they suckle for so much shorter, they have to like get healthy faster. Anyway, so where can I order some seal milk?
And I'm glad we went over that. I really am.
Is seal milk lactose? Is there lactose in seal milk is what I need to know?
I have no idea.
Well, I wish you did. Yeah, you get the News Plus app. It's like, you really do get a lot. You get like access to so many papers and like I have woodworking magazines on there.
Wow.
Do you have like a hand hobby? A PG one, please.
I mean, I don't know. I like to read, and doesn't feel like it's the same. I like trying to think of things that I do.
Do you knit? Crochet?
I have knitted before, and it is fun. It just like takes so much time.
I'm not even joking. Now, I don't want. Okay, here's one of those things where I have to be very deliberate with saying it. I just typed it in, and there is a magazine that you can called The Knitter. I'm going to very deliberately. The Knitter. The Knitter is it's an available magazine that you can just read.
12
that
issues.
Is
interesting. That's very cool. That actually is also kind of nice because I bet it's like not so hard to get a magazine. Like to make a magazine of your own and get it on Apple News, which is kind of cool.
And if you have an iPad,
I do.
It's perfect for iPad size. It's like, it just is a magazine.
You know what? I've been thinking about, do I need anything from Black Friday sales that's actually like, that I actually need? Like, what is something that's like kind of expensive, good idea to look on a Black Friday. Like, we need a mattress. I feel like that might be a good Black Friday thing, perhaps. But you know how sometimes they inflate the prices, and then like on Black Friday, it's like no different.
Popular Science just has a magazine article called Best Amazon Black Friday Mattress and Bedding Deals.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you something about Black Friday. Black Friday might be a good time to get an iPad that actually works, because the one that I have is awful.
You said you needed a mattress, so I was just typing in Black Friday, and I was looking in Apple News if anybody covered mattress deals, and they did. But let's see. The best Black Friday iPad deals available now from Business Insider. Black Friday's nearly here. Right now, the standard iPad is at $274.
Where?
You can also score $100 off the brand new iPad Pro with Apple's most powerful, probably right at Apple. Usually Apple itself has and Amazon sometimes reflects it. Apple, I think, sets the pricing everywhere.
Wow.
Let's see. Keep scrolling. Best for Black Friday iPad deals.
But do I need an iPad?
The 11th generation iPad largely mirrors the 10th generation iPad. I like having an iPad for drawing and stuff. And
like, I don't draw.
Yeah. I'm just in the Apple ecosystem now. The only thing I'm not there on is like my most powerful computers. I do have a Mac Mini, because those M4 Mac Minis, they're insane. They can do things that, like, I'm not even joking. I have a super powerful supercomputer 5090 card that I'll try to export a video on Premiere, Adobe, and it'll be like, it'll get hung up, or it'll just take forever. And I'll go and get my little like $600 Mac Mini M4, and it'll just scoot right through it. They can compete with computers 10 times their physical capabilities and price on like exporting video and shit. It's
damn
weird. It's crazy. Yeah. Isn't this so interesting? Isn't this the most interesting part of the podcast?
Well,
do y'all want to know what other news we're missing right now?
What?
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked yet.
Okay. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's just go News Plus. Let's see. Here's what we know. Okay, we already know that one. Hong Kong tower blaze nears containment as death toll climbs. Yeah, there were those towers in Hong Kong that caught fire. That's very sad. How long has that been going on? A little while now, right? Let's see. Hong Kong's fire service expected to fully extinguish the fatal fire at high-rise complex overnight after the blaze took at least 83 lives. For some reason, I thought this was more than just a day ago that I saw this. It is wild how, like, yeah, it's very hard to put out a tower fire once they get going. Anything else interesting? I mean, guys, it's Thanksgiving.
I know there's not a lot. I would like to know, for anybody who's listening, what do you like? What are your thoughts on Thanksgiving? Do you feel like it's weird that we still celebrate it? Should we rebrand it? Like the way that we did for Columbus Day, where now it's Indigenous Peoples Day, which I think, I don't know. As far as I know, most people will call it that. Like, I don't know. People around, maybe I'm just like surrounded by people.
Well, Republicans are trying to fight it too. And then you have people like Cuomo being like, they're trying to take away our Italian Day. This is an Italian immigrant day.
No Italian person cares that much about Christopher Columbus, because guess what? He was not Italian.
You'd be surprised. Well, that's still up for debate whether he was Italian or not.
I don't think he was. I think he wasn't he Spanish? Wasn't he from Spain?
I think he was Sicilian.
I don't know. I don't claim him. And
was Columbus? I feel like I looked this up recently on a show.
I remember when I had to like explain to my nonna. Oh, it's my nonna's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Nonna. But so when I had to explain to her that she was like, I don't understand why they are making such a big deal about Christopher Columbus, because she's an Italian-American immigrant. And she was like, and she kept calling him Christopher Colombo, by the way. And
well, that's like, correct.
Colombo? His
name was Cristoforo Colombo.
Get out. I thought she was just mispronouncing it. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. So I had to explain to her, I was like, well, Bella, he like killed a lot of people and like raped and pillaged and tortured and all this kind of stuff. And she was like, my God. And I was like, I know.
Yeah.
Exactly. And she was like, well.
So I got to tell you, just looking up the info, it'd be pretty pedantic to not consider him Italian. The main basis is that technically he was born in 1451. Italy as a unified nation didn't exist until 1861, but he was still from Genoa.
Okay.
So like, he wouldn't have called himself Italian. He would have called himself Genoese. I'm a Colombo from Genoa.
I think it's Genoa.
Get the pizza pie.
I think it's Genoa.
Genoa. I don't know. It's from Genoa.
Genoa sounds like
Genoa.
like Genovia, like the Princess Diaries thing.
There are others who debate that he might have been Spanish, Portuguese, or even of Sephardic Jewish descent. But these theories are not widely accepted and remain controversial. DNA studies have not definitively settled the debate, though most evidence still points to Genoese.
There are so many other Italian, like Italian American people or Italian folks that like I would rather celebrate. Why can't we have Frank Sinatra Day? Pauly D. I would gladly do a Pauly D Day.
Is Frank Sinatra really the guy?
Why?
Are we really
what did he do? What did he do?
I mean, the guy was basically in the mob, right?
Oh. Yeah,
friends of the. Are we going to do a Jimmy Hoffa Day too? Right, Jimmy Hoffa did great things for those unions.
But his contribution is wonderful music that we all get to enjoy still.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, and you know what? So's was Michael Jackson's, but there's an asterisk, okay? And I'm not giving Michael Jackson a day. And I like Michael Jackson's music much more than Frank Sinatra's.
Really?
Okay? Oh, God. First of all, Michael Jackson, top 3 musicians in my world. Top 5, at least.
There's something about Frank Sinatra that, like, makes me feel at home, and it's just, like, cozy.
Yeah, once a year.
No.
How often do you listen to Frank Sinatra? That's
all the time. True. All the time. When do you, you're saying like once a year, like Christmas, or like once a year, like
I don't know, just
in
once
general?
a year, you just hear it somewhere and you're like, oh yeah, when I was 17.
Driving
was a very good year. And then you're like,
driving
oh,
through
you know
New
what'd be
York
tight
City?
is if he would sing a sexual love song to his daughter.
Jesus Christ. What driving through New York City and listening to like My Way, bitch. Oh my God. It just like hits. It hits. It's so great. I love it. 10 out of 10.
I guess that is like, it's legally required you listen to that once a month when you live in New York.
Yeah, you have to listen to like some sort of Frank Sinatra.
Wait, it wasn't about sex. It was still a romantic song, but there's something, for some reason I thought he and, what's her face? What was her name? Mm-hmm. Nancy Sinatra did Sky Rockets in Flight, which is a sexual song that families have sung together for some reason. Afternoon Delight. But no, Frank Sinatra and his daughter sang then I had to spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you.
That's his daughter?
Yeah. It was kind of fucking
It's a little weird.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it is like, some people will just take that line and be like, well, it could be, no. Read the whole song. There's like literally romantic and sexual tension.
I don't like that so much.
It's
weird.
Like
that so much.
It's weird. What were Frank's other controversies?
I don't know.
Besides, like being friend of the mob, like.
Yeah, but I think the like, I don't know. Did he actually kill anyone?
I don't think he pulled any triggers. I have a suspicion he knew about Hoffa. Mob connections. Sinatra was rumored to be associated with organized crime.
Okay, who are other Italian Americans that we can choose then? Snooki.
I already said Pauly D. Okay,
yeah.
You got Pauly D. You got Andrew Cuomo.
Perfect. No.
The whole Cuomo family.
No, absolutely not.
Committed adultery. Seduction and adultery charges in 1938. That's where his famous mugshot's from. He was known for an explosive temper. lots of physical altercations, contributing to his bad boy public image. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say those types of men tend not to be very good to their wives.
You're probably right.
Many high-profile affairs, divorces, an affair with Ava Gardner while still married to Nancy. You bastard. Married Mia Farrow with lots of infidelity with Mia Farrow to the point that she was so distraught she had to pretend Ronan was somehow Woody Allen's kid. Bro.
This is a lot.
Have you seen Ronan Farrow?
No.
You don't know about that whole thing? Ronan Farrow, allegedly Ronan Farrow. Look up, you know what Frank Sinatra looks like, right?
Yeah.
Ronan Farrow, just type that name in. He's a famous reporter. And tell me that that's Woody Allen's kid.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think it's supposed to be like at the time that she had him, she would have had to have been cheating on Woody Allen with Frank Sinatra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That kid who looks exactly like Frank Sinatra, just so everyone is clear, is Woody Allen.
The side by side.
And you know what Woody Allen looks like, right? Someone who tries to fuck his own stepdaughter. Remember when he did that and succeeded and is still with her?
Not so good, I gotta tell you.
You know that's Woody Allen is currently married to Mia Farrow. Is it Mia Farrow's daughter? No. Who's... Man, I can't keep my stuff. Who is Woody Allen married to? This is where the iconic Chelsea Handler was at a dinner and got sat next to Woody Allen and his daughter, his wife, who was his stepdaughter previously. Her name's Soon Yi Previn. Who is her mother? And she knew that, but pretended it didn't. And so Chelsea Handler just like looked at the two of them and went, "So how'd you two meet?" Yeah.
I've seen that. It's so funny.
Soon Yi is the daughter of Mia Farrow. Adopted daughter. What? It's still weird because he was stepfather to her when she was a kid, right? And so then she turns 18, they fall in love, and they're still together. And it's just creepy as absolute, ever-loving, utter fuck. Anyway, that guy is, as we all know, that is Ronan Farrow's biological father, who just happens to look exactly like Frank Sinatra. And it is a coincidence.
And it is a coincidence.
Yeah.
Should we bonus show? Do you want to do a bonus show today?
Yeah, we already came up with the idea.
What, we did? Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah, you're gonna get 3 questions about your gift.
Okay.
Yes or no.
But then if I guess it, are you going to tell me what it is?
No. Okay. On the day of, you'll unbox.
Okay.
And we'll find out how close you are, and that'll be a bonus show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this, man.
All right, let's play that outro. Let me find the
okay.
Gotta get back to the happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Or not. Very performative. Let me just say, like, happy Thanksgiving for who? For who? This is my Grinch face.
And it's not to say that, like, I'm sure if you're a Native person watching people celebrate Thanksgiving every single fucking year, being like, and my entire family lineage is destroyed. I'm sure that is really hurtful.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, but also,
it's mostly, there's just lots of, it's mostly children eating food, guys. It's mostly people eating food.
Yeah.
Let's not be so myopic.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's mostly people just kind of chilling and munching and stuff. And we should talk about those things. And we should work on educating people on those things. Yeah. Tell you the truth, if everybody was completely educated on it, I'd still want a feast day where you focus on what you're thankful for. If anything, I feel the best thing to do would be to take any sort of national pride out of Thanksgiving. The story of Thanksgiving, correct that, but then still eat with your fucking family if you have a family worth eating with, and talk about what you're happy about. And let's make the holiday much more about eating with the people you want to eat with and less about racist Uncle Jerry who's here to tell us which one of Hitler's policies weren't so bad. Like, let's correct Thanksgiving because the concept in general is quite sweet. It's quite nice. Anyway, that's the show. So if you didn't like it, you probably left forever ago.
Yeah.
Sorry.